And Orpheus Musical Theatre never disappoints when they produce a show. How about this? Rock of Ages is coming March 6th. It kicks off at Meridian Theatres at Centrepoint. Let's find out what to expect right now as we say hello to Conor McMahon, who is at Drew Boyley at this amazing production that's coming up. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good to have you here. And Andréa Black is here as well, stage director, Orpheus Musical Theatre's Rock of Ages. Andréa, thank you for being here too.
My pleasure, thanks for having us.
Let's talk about Orpheus. Been around for quite some time.
Orpheus has been around for quite some time. We are actually the longest running volunteer organization of its kind in the area. We put on 4 musicals a year, 1 at the Gladstone Theatre in the fall, and then 3 at Meridian Theatres at Centrepoint through the year in November, March, and June.
And they're always wildly successful. People love Orpheus.
We do okay, yeah.
Now, this Rock of Ages, it hit Broadway back in 2009. It was also a movie.
It was,
correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about the adaptation then. Is it close to the movie? Is it close to the Broadway play?
So our stage version is very close to the Broadway version. The film adaptation was taken from the Broadway show. They made some changes to the storyline and to some of the characters, but our version that we're going to be staging is closest to the Broadway version.
Okay, so why was it chosen? Why was Rock of Ages chosen?
So when we choose shows for Orpheus, we look at sort of what's going to appeal to our audiences, what's going to appeal to our membership, those auditioning. And this current season, we were really looking for a diverse variety of shows. So we had Matilda back in November. We've got Rock of Ages happening now, and then A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder in June. So we were really going for diversity with what we chose for this season.
Always something going on.
That's it.
Conor, is it cool to be a part of this production?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually the first musical I ever saw back in 2010 on Broadway. And
really?
So, yeah, I've known the show for a long time. I think I came into the audition and I already knew all of my lines. I knew exactly the character I wanted to play. Yeah, it was...
It's got to help.
It's been a long time running, yeah.
And you've got the lead role.
I do, yes.
So is it difficult then, because it is a famous Broadway play, it is a famous movie, to take on this role? Because you know a lot of eyes are on you.
Yeah,
comparing.
It's terrifying in a sense, a little bit, because it's the best music, in my opinion, from 1980s. It's the classics, songs that people have grown up with and loved. And so, on one hand, I feel like really excited and kind of honored to be able to sing these songs, but it's also, people's favorite songs. And so, a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Is it a challenge then because of that? Does that make things difficult? Because they're hanging on to every note.
Yeah.
They're singing along, and if you miss one of those notes, or if it's not the same the way the originals are.
It's like singing a rock concert every night, but with all of the hardest songs to sing one after the other.
Yeah,
but,
okay. That sounds very challenging.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
No, we've been working on it for a couple months now, and with Andréa, our musical director, Kenny Hayes, and choreographer, Andy Allen McCarthy, they've all been really, really supportive in helping us, and especially me, figure out how to sing these songs night after night.
That's cool. What a lineup. So can you tell me about some of the other people, or how many people are in this cast, Andréa?
So we have a cast of 25. 17 are on stage. We've got a backstage rocker chorus that are helping support the vocals. They're phenomenal vocalists, and they're helping to support the vocalists on stage. And there's a variety of characters. We have Conor playing Drew Boyley, the lovely Rana LaViolette playing Sherry Christian, and a lot of other local talent that you may have seen before, and some amazingly new talent that are going to be on stage at Meridian Theatres for the first time.
Okay, so Drew Boyley, also known as Wolfgang von Colt, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about your story, or your character, and what happens throughout the story.
Yeah, Drew's kind of the ultimate dreamer, is kind of the way I think of him. He moved out to Los Angeles to be a rock star. Pretty much, I assume he took his guitar on a bus, showed up in Los Angeles. He's working at the Bourbon Room, which is kind of like the go-to rock and roll bar where all the biggest names got their start. And he kind of goes on this journey from trying to figure out, if he wants to go for the girl or if he wants to go for the dream, and is sort of battling between the two of them. And then I won't give too much away.
Yeah, don't give too
No
much
spoilers.
away. But, no spoilers, but that's got to be a difficult decision for sure. So, Andréa, can you tell us then, you're a not-for-profit Orpheus. So how do you keep things going then, if it's not-for-profit?
We are completely volunteer-based. So from the actors on stage to the directing team to everyone working production and backstage, every single person is a volunteer. The organization is led by a volunteer board as well. So literally every single person involved in our productions are there as volunteers. others, giving of their time for the passion and love of theatre. So it's a really special community to be a part of.
Super cool. And Conor, I've seen you perform before at Centrepoint. I mean, is it neat to be in such a, it's a pretty big venue?
It's, yeah, so when I was performing in Greece, that was my first time ever being at Centrepoint Theatre, so I had no idea what to expect, and now knowing what I'm going back to, my excitement levels are heightened exponentially because the energy that we got from people coming off of Greece and just what I know Orpheus can put on and just the quality of the shows, it's going to be really something.
20 seconds left, Andrea. Auditions for the next play are when?
Auditions for Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder are the week of March 16th. Right after we finish, our run starts March 6th and ends March the 15th.
Wow.
We have 2 matinee performances on the Sunday afternoons, otherwise evening shows.
Conor and Andrea, thank you very much. Rock of Ages. There you go.
Thank you.
What is It Only Takes One all about? We'll find out next right here on Rogers TV.